Before we get started on the first day of Rocksmith design, I have a gift for you. So many of you brought up that writing on your rocks is something that you'd like to work on, so I created a handwriting practice worksheet for this design. There's a link in the description to download this handwriting practice sheet, and you can print as many as you'd like. Use the gray letters to trace, and then use the blank space to practice without the tracing. This is a great way to get used to the feeling and the flow of writing, and then you can transfer that skill to the rocks. Now let's get started on this really easy design, starting with a PC1MR Posca paint pen, and we're just going to write the word believe. Now my writing isn't exactly like that font, but it's darn close. It's a good way to get you started for practicing. So we're just going to start out by writing the word believe in cursive, and then thickening up each of the letters anywhere that the pen was in a downstroke. Next, I'm going to take a chalk pencil and draw a little Santa hat on top of the capital B at the beginning of believe. Then I'm going to fill in that little Santa hat with some Liquitex gesso just to give it a base coat, since we're on one of those smooth Mexican beach pebbles, and also red is one of those tricky colors, so I just want it to have a nice strong base coat. The next step is to take some flag red paint and fill in that Santa hat with as many coats as you need. Let it dry in between, but make sure it's nice and solid. Then take some white paint and fill in the fur on the hat around the hat band, and then the little ball at the end of the hat. It is the holidays, and what better time to keep adding additional sparkle. I'm going to take some red glitter paint and add it to the Santa hat just to give it some extra sparkle and dimension, and then I'm going to take some of the Folk Art Extreme Hologram glitter paint and do the same thing to the white fur around the headband and the little ball at the end of the hat. Now I'm going to take my Sakura Pigma brush pen and outline the fur on the hat and the ball on the hat just to give it a little bit of fluffy dimension, and then just so the hat stands out in general. It's totally optional, but I want to add a little bit of shadowing to the letters so that they stand out. You also could just outline them. If you do the shadow, I usually go to one side and up or down so that there's a shadow, but outlining works just as well. And look how cute this turns out, even as simple as it is. And you can shake it up by adding some paint on the background, like this metallic green, and then creating the believe design on top of that. This design is super cute, and it's really easy to mass produce. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click on this video right here so you can catch the second day of Rocksmith. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Take care.